What up, y'all? It sounds like my mic ain't on, but I guess is it? Am I there? Am I there?
It's on.
Can y'all hear me?
It's on. We
Y'all
here.
know what it is. It's Friday, 10 o'clock. We're a little late. Got
It's
stuck in some DC
Friday.
traffic. I'm your host, Main Manifest. To my right, I have.
Euphoric endorphin releaser, Pookie Long John.
To my left, I have.
Hey, it's your girl Rhea.
Hey, she was extra heavy right there. And we are the SKEAM team, yo. We ain't gonna hold y'all. You know what we do? We gotta raise our glass.
I have a glass.
Reza
I
is
have a
fasting.
cup.
She covered. We doing all that, and we go
Still
up.
cheers the
Oh,
eye
yes,
contacts. Yes.
Hey, y'all, listen, thank you for listening and watching us. Thank you for everybody who's watching us live right now on Facebook. Share it, y'all. Tell everybody what's up. Yo, share it to people y'all know would like it, that you know might need to do what they do and listen to us like you do, you know. Thank you for listening to us on Spotify, iHeart, iTunes, all the podcast platforms. Ain't going to go through them all. Deezer, Stitcher, you know, iHeart, you know, we respect. You can follow us right here. Where is that? Right here, IG page.
Right there.
SKEAM_podcast on YouTube, SKEAM.podcast. Make sure you smash that subscribe button. Yo, we got
Smash it.
so much to get to this week, but I always like to see how we are family. Everybody had a good week? Great week. Good
I'm
week.
here.
You here? I know that's how I be sometimes. Like I had a week like that too. Like damn, if I could just make it to the end. But you know, somebody's always doing worse than us. D's, what up? D's back in the building. What up? D's is.
Hi, D.
He had a sub in and did a great job last week. So we ain't gonna hold you. We're gonna go right into our sports. Gotta start out with the congratulations to the Washington Nationals.
A Washington team.
Finally
Second
Washington team.
that I can get excited about. We had the Mystics, now we got the Nats.
Got the
Like,
Nats.
hey.
I must have missed it.
Natitude. They got
Natitude.
He
Natitude.
said Nats.
He said I must have missed it. They are in the NLC. Well, they're in the World Series now.
World
They
Series.
clinched the NLCS, swept St. Louis. So they're doing everything. So you know,
Super
might have
excited.
another parade. But on the low, Washington is winning. You know,
Well, the Nats,
different sports. Yeah.
the Nats are a pretty solid team.
Now,
Oh,
wait, we gonna talk about that. We gonna get to
Yeah.
that. No, it's all good. Go ahead.
The Nats are a pretty solid team.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, you can rock with the Nats and not feel the level of pain that you feel when you rock with
So you got the
Nats.
Nats.
Yeah.
You know, we had the Caps a couple years
Caps,
ago.
right, 2
Hockey.
years ago, they won
Now you
the
got
Stanley
the
Cup.
Mystics.
Mystics,
NBA,
right. So, like, you
know,
know.
Gonna
We
be a
got-
while for
we
them
got a little
Skins, but
something.
you know we ain't. But you know,
Cleaning right now.
The
The skins is clean.
the
They cleaning the
Skins.
We
skins.
won a game.
they won a game, and you got the Mystics. I don't know what they doing, but no, you know, it's fall, so it's baseball. It's cool. Hopefully, them Yankees can get in there with them. I don't know what they doing. They playing right now tonight. We need an update on the score. My Yankees, man. So it would be cool because it'll be a DC New York World Series, but the Yankees is getting. It was 3-1, and they was getting. It's 3-1 Houston, so they actually have to win this game tonight to stay alive. They don't win this. It's a lot. It's not going on. So, did you hear about the LeBron tweets? I know we ain't gonna touch on it too long, but NBA in China, you know, there's so much going on. We didn't really get a chance to touch on it. LeBron was overseas. Well, it wasn't LeBron's tweets. He actually defended the owner, who you know was idiot tweeting some about Hong Kong while they were over in China. So it was crazy because.
What, he's like taking racist remarks or something?
So Hong Kong and China, I guess, got beef. The NBA had teams over in China, you know, playing. So when he sent that, like, yo, fight for Hong Kong.
There were Chinese protesters, right?
Right, so-
Chinese protesters
Getting beat on.
were protesting against like communism and things
Yeah.
like that. And I guess he
8-1?
got called out for
Yankees won? Oh, cool. Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Go Yankees.
Happy for you.
Sorry.
So he got called out because, you know, he supports protest and peaceful dissension here in the United States.
Right.
For, you know, what he views as admirable causes, but he's not supporting what's happening in China right now. So she's just like, if you can do this here, why can't you do the same tweets if it's when it's impacting your bottom line? Because like he's making money off of the deals with Nike and stuff like that, and so he's like, if it impacts your bottom line, you're quiet. But you know, if it's
Right.
other things that don't impact you financially,
And
then
essentially,
you're
all LeBron
vocal.
said, you could have held that. Just wait till we got home. You didn't have to do that while we over there. So
The owner
I mean,
said
when is
that
a good
about
time to
LeBron?
call out somebody for
no. He was
perceived
talking about Hong
hypocrisy?
Kong. He was talking about Hong
okay.
Kong. But still, like, and they actually try to pull a lot of the media interviews and all that. You know, while they were over there, by the players, and people try to come at LeBron for saying what he said, and it's like it just became a hodgepodge. So. it's kind of they say you shouldn't mix sports and politics, but that's they. Who are they?
We're past that. We're so far past that
it's-
now.
So I like to give kudos to LeBron because he does stand up.
Yeah.
He's not like MJ, who was Republicans buy shoes too when he said that about the Jordans, and that was crazy. But LeBron will get out in front and say stuff and say your stance. So
He don't care about.
you know you have
aftermath
yeah.
and all that.
So salute to that. Yeah. So we got again we're just trying to roll through it. I was just gonna keep it. We can show the other things. So hold on. I want to special shout out to another team, DC Fusion. This is a new league. Let's show it right here. Shout out to Derek Smith, the owner, CEO of the team. If y'all don't know about it, I gotta come check it out. The Washington Fusion. This is the new mixed gender basketball league. Master P has started. Tiny has a team in Atlanta, and the DC team is gonna be opening up this Saturday, November 16th. You can get your tickets at Ticketmaster. Y'all see it right there. It's gonna be music, backyard band, all that.
NBA and WLVS.
So yeah, this is great. Y'all can say y'all was there when it first started. Again, shout out to Derek Swift. They
Halftime
doing some.
performance by Backyard
Yo,
Band.
it's gonna be
That's
real.
So DC.
It's gonna be
That
real.
is
It's
so
DC. Again, you got the man. You got Khalid El Amin from UConn. I think he's on the team. You see that Anwan Glover, and so it's gonna be a great game playing the Chicago
All the
team.
girls gonna try to dunk.
Make sure
on the
y'all
old
check it
NBA
out. And we was
players.
talking about this, y'all. We was talking about this about the guy. Well, we were talking about football, but just how sports is becoming synonymous and all that. So, what y'all think about that? I know Ria's with it.
No, I think it's awesome. I think this is a really exciting opportunity. I think it's going to be fun to watch. So yeah, I totally support it.
What about you, Jay?
Block a ball. They gonna be dunking.
That's cool,
It's
D.
gonna be cool to see. It's gonna be that's a nice little mixture of both. It should be entertaining.
Yeah.
Yeah, it'll be a good game to watch.
And like I said, this is the start of the league, the first one.
That flyer still up.
Yeah, you can come back to us. It's cool. the cool. And he back from vacation. But no, like I said, it's gonna be cool to just do that. So like again, anybody, entrepreneur, not anybody, but if you're doing major things, big things, we want to shout you out. So this is what we use us for. Y'all might see us at at the game, SKEAM team in the building, give y'all commentary of the first one. I'm gonna definitely go check it out. That first one, gotta be there, and just see how it is. Like my thing is, it's gonna be tough. Who gonna be checking who? Like but and you can't just be like if you got the mixed match because these girls get buckets. They can hoop too.
Yeah, exactly.
So we got the Mystics, the champs. So it might be some real.
I think it's gonna be a fun game to watch.
I don't know if
It'll
they're gonna hoop, but I'm gonna look forward to.
Probably gonna be watching it.
It's a lot of moguls, entertainers, athletes
Cheryl
that
Swoops.
are.
What happened to her? She used to be a name.
She could be.
Back in
Yeah.
The WNBA. Well, that was like the beginning. She was like one of the beginning. Cheryl Swoops. Who else was one?
Don was it Staley? Stacy. She was the coach
Only
of
about
Temple.
2 or 3 of them I knew. Cheryl Swoops.
I think Don Staley, point guard, Philly Temple. She coached at Temple and then was on the Olympic team. Lisa Leslie,
I was thinking Lisa Leslie.
Yeah,
Rebecca Lobo,
Lobo.
Candace
I remember that
Parker.
jersey.
You
Lobo
can
from
see
Liberty.
some of them. They used to have Shamika Holscroft getting buckets for the Mystics when they first started,
A couple of them that I remember.
but then she kind of went left. Y'all remember what happened with her, right?
What is she?
Her I think her girlfriend put a gun on her or something.
Oh,
Ooh,
damn,
It got
I didn't
really
like
yeah.
that.
that's
Right.
ugly.
But she used to ball. She used to get buckets. Holscroft. So
She was the feminine type, probably.
I don't know, man. That's tough
Unless
because.
she did
Let's
something wrong.
let's not go down that road. Let's just not go down that road.
So no, we're getting shout out to the league. Shout out to Master P
Yeah,
doing
that's
big things.
exciting.
We saw P sign a deal with
Nah,
West Side
nah,
Gun in the
nah.
wrestling. Did you see that?
Oh, really?
Master P doing great things. Again, shout out to West Side Gun,
Master
Buffalo,
P
New
is
York.
a businessman.
They starting their whole wrestling league. They started. It's like he like Vince McMahon. He like David Stern with the NBA.
Oh, like WWE
yeah,
wrestling.
yeah. He's starting his own.
Nice.
I forget what it's called. I'm gonna have a name for y'all next week.
Hear
but,
about that money.
West Side gonna have a team and it's
Secure
gonna be
the
crazy,
bag,
man.
Master
Like
P. That's
yeah.
that's dope.
But see, what I like about Master P is that he don't just say things like when it was the whole Kaepernick thing. He's like, man, let's start our own league. And he does it. He goes out and do it. And
Yeah.
he got experience. He played in the NBA for a brief stint. So
He played in the preseason for the Raptors.
I don't think it was the Raptors. I think it was the Hornets.
It was the Raptors.
Was it the Raptors? I thought it was the Hornets, but
Oh,
then he was
they played Pastor the Rapper
there was
in Toronto.
he was what's his name, Ricky Williams' agent in New Orleans. So
That's
man,
gonna be dope.
just doing it, man, doing all
I
that.
support
So
it. We have to
definitely.
create our own lanes,
Absolutely.
and there's nothing wrong with that.
I got the hook up. If you seen it, if you didn't, if you first and second.
Absolutely. Let's go ahead on the knowledge because we got so much people need to know about. No, we just went to knowledge. See, these is my man. These my man. Say what?
He was
So,
on vacation.
He
Leave
was.
these
He was.
alone. Leave these
Yes,
alone.
sir.
Because entertainment, we got so much to talk to.
Yes, sir.
Indeed.
Do we want to talk about the pastor? He want to preach about
Pastor
You want to talk about the pastor Wilson? Go ahead.
Is
Jay.
it for
Let's
knowledge?
let
Is that gonna be knowledge?
I mean,
get your head right.
It
was-
knowledgeable.
I
Do you know?
personally think it was way more entertaining than knowledgeable.
Do you know?
But
Well,
we
let's
can
talk
talk
about it.
now.
Let's discuss
Let's
this.
discuss this.
I didn't know what it was, so y'all go ahead. It's your story. You take the lead.
I didn't
Irv
know nothing about
Weinstein.
it. It happened yesterday.
It just
out
hit
of nowhere.
They know about it. I'm gonna
this
fall back.
week. Later this week, in the past couple of days, all of a sudden just went crazy on social media. All this talk about Pastor Wilson, and so like my holy self thought it was a different Pastor Wilson who committed suicide a while back, but no, this pastor has got himself on video putting in some intense oral work on somebody. And I don't know how the video got leaked. I don't know who the girl is in the video, but you clearly see his face and you clearly see Pastor speaking in tongues all over this woman's vagina. It like
Speaking in tongues. See, here we go. Like, listen. Like he really. Oh, that's a good one. He was really speaking
he was speaking
with tongues and in tongues.
tongues.
I had to stop.
Made her come in church.
Oh man.
That was in church though, they said.
So yeah.
She gave him an offering. But I don't know.
Ain't right.
Listen, I don't know. Was he really a pastor? We gotta find his church.
So I've
because
seen pictures, like screenshots of his, I guess it's his Facebook page. So I don't know all the details or whatever, what church he goes to or supports or whatever. He does look like a deacon. You know how the deacons look? He looked like he
that
could be a
deacon
deacon.
looking.
That deacon look. Had the
Suspenders
suit
and
on
shit.
and that smile that's like, it might be genuine, it might be shiesty. You don't really know. He looks like a deacon. But if
how you look like a deacon?
You know
I
what
know
I
what you're talking
mean.
about, though. I know, it's crazy
look
because
like
I
he
know
look like a
exactly what you're
deacon.
talking about. Deacons do have
they got a look to
look.
him.
He wear Polo Association clothes. U.S. Polo Association. He don't wear the polo.
I know a lot of ladies gonna need prayer this week. That's what I'm trying to
They're
tell
not
you.
just gonna need
My-
prayer. They're gonna need him to lay
They gonna want to go
hands.
to the upper
A lot
room.
of them
They
women
gonna
are excited
want
about
some
it, though.
personal counseling
Were you
from the
excited,
pastor.
Rhea, when you
Whoa.
witnessed that old man doing that thing?
Listen, I just know
Putting
that
work
I
in.
need my future husband to love Jesus and have a Pastor Wilson anointing on his life.
Pastor Wilson.
I need him to have a Pastor Wilson
He
anointing on his
Pastor
gonna
life.
pray
Wilson.
on it. We gonna pray
Yeah,
on it.
I need that. I need
Pas-
both. I need you to love the Lord
Pastor Wilson is about to
and
get some calls
have the Pastor
for
Wilson
some
anointing.
pastoral openings
You
that
don't
he
eat-
has.
You
He
don't
has
eat
not
like
applied
that when
to.
You drink after you drink. You don't eat that good.
Pastor might have been sauced up because
Yeah,
he was going in.
Cause yeah, he was like he was trying to find something. It was like a piece of meat he was trying to find in there.
He was going in it. Now, so here's the thing. Like, who is the chick in the video? If that's not his wife,
That's
it's
what I'm
about to be
saying.
some smoke in church on Sunday. Like somebody, like it's gonna be a problem.
I
Now,
think
if
they
that
went to the
is his
archive.
wife, then amen to Pastor Wilson and Mrs.
The first
Wilson.
lady, that was the first lady?
First lady getting that work.
They
Amen.
said
Whoa.
when
In Jesus' name.
First lady.
First lady is calling
Is
on
first
the
lady
Lord.
taping, though? Is
the
she would have,
service
she'd
was
have to
too
be
long,
taping,
he
right?
was hungry.
I mean, they say the marriage bed is undefiled, so if they want to put it in a video, you know what I'm saying? Who's to say they can't?
my
If that's his wife.
What he gonna say though when he come back Sunday?
Listen, if that's his wife, he'd just be like, the Lord is my shepherd. He knows what I want.
Titles of this week's sermon. Let's go. Go.
Oh, taste and see.
The Red Sea was parted. Oh, taste and see. Go ahead, Jay.
Come as you are.
Come as you are. It's better to give than receive. I don't, go ahead. Go ahead.
I don't know.
Lick a thigh.
He said,
Look at that.
Yeah, I see. He was just having fun up in there.
My cup overfloweth.
ooh. How you break fast. I don't know.
Communion.
Communion.
Drummer boy.
The sweet nectars of. Let me stop.
Oh yes,
Pastor-
the lands of milk and honey.
The
Amen.
lands of milk and honey.
Lint liquor.
Stop, man.
They gonna have the words in the front of the church.
Oh my God.
They got Pastor Wilson T-shirts and all that.
Pastor Wilson, like, listen, if this dude really is a pastor,
I've been doing all of it. Like, I've been doing that.
his inbox is lit up right now.
I
with
think
people wanting private counseling. They
Private?
yeah,
I've been counseling like that.
they're looking for all that right now.
Pastor Wilson, listen, I'm gonna tell
He
you
took
what.
his teeth out and everything.
Oh,
Did you
my
say
goodness.
he took his teeth out?
That
That is horrible. Don't do that to Pastor Wilson. He got teeth. I mean, he was putting in work.
He
That's
put his
all I
work
gotta
in.
say.
So shout out
If
Pastor
that's
Wilson.
not his wife, then there's about to be some
What if he
smoke
ain't
in the
married?
church.
said,
What if what if
If
he's not
he-
married?
if
Some
he's
pastors
not-
are single.
If he is not a pastor, if he is not married and he is a pastor, then I would imagine he's preaching abstinence to his church. So then it would cause a challenge for him to be on camera doing what he was doing.
Grab it open.
Now, but if he's I cannot with you in the sound effects and the commentary. I cannot.
Yeah.
But yeah, like if it's his wife, then whatever. That's just what he do. Good on the first lady. She did a good job picking that one.
Wow.
He had his ring on while he was eating too.
He did.
How do you tell the singles ministry to stay abstinence after that?
Right after that.
But
Why everybody looking at me in here? Get back to work.
Listen, Pastor gonna have a whole lot of guests, a whole lot of visitors this Sunday.
yeah.
Amen.
Do you let him come to your church for revival? Is he a guest preacher?
If you wanna reach some more people, you
You
might.
gotta take a couple weeks off.
Like legit.
Aren't you the pastor that was on YouTube?
If he's
That's what
married,
people
he needs to go ahead and capitalize on. I mean, even if he's not, he needs to go ahead and capitalize on this.
say. A dirty
What
dozen.
he gonna do though? What he gonna do?
It's a lot of pastors without
Make
churches.
Kinko cards and pass
It's a
them out
lot
to
of
people?
no. If
Or
he's
reverends, I should say.
because I think that there is a huge gap. The church doesn't really talk about sex. Like even amongst married people, they talk about it like it's this taboo subject. And so I think that there are a lot of people, especially females, who are in marriages and they are satisfying their husband because they're told it's a wifely responsibility. But the actual idea of satisfaction, orgasms, things like that, you don't talk about that stuff in church.
Right.
So like if he's doing this with his wife, then I think that they could have a platform to really have real discussions about sexual satisfaction within a godly context. So I mean, I think you can do that. Now, if he's cheating and he was up in somebody else's vagina like that, then it's going to be a little challenging to have that conversation. But if he was doing this with his wife, I do think that he could use that as a platform to really just like talk about it. Because church folks having sex anyway. So why not make it good?
Well, that's a word right there. I want to pass along. Sister Rhea is our guest speaker this evening.
For real, somebody need to pray for that.
She'll be
pastor.
preaching next week at Pastor Wilson's church, and so
Somebody, he gonna need prayers for real.
Indeed, prepare your love offering.
we need a love
Amen.
offering. Pastor Wilson said, "Just come on down." He said he got you. You ain't gonna have to worry about nothing. He said he gonna float you out, float out,
He drinking heavy right now.
float out. Come as you are. Did you say
Come
that?
as you are.
He said that. That was his.
He said, "Come as you are."
Speaking of that, I want to transition a little bit, not too hard, but into the singles. We were talking about when is a good time if you are single, as some people will be in the ministry. When is a good time to tell the significant, not even significant other, somebody new you rocking with a date and that you have kids? Somebody posed that to us and said, "Let's talk about
Is that a
that.
rooster?
Let's discuss this." So when you dating new, like getting this Tinder, the swiping and all that, when do you bring that up?
I bring it up fairly quickly.
I got
Quickly?
a third grader.
Yeah. So like legit. So on
A third
I
grader.
think I don't even.
You're listening to SKEAM podcast. This is SKEAM relationships.
I bring up the fact that I have kids pretty quickly, and it's usually one of the things that comes up early on in conversation with somebody.
Who that in the background?
Right, but even I believe I don't know when I was on. I don't know what my Tinder pictures look like. I don't even know if my account is still active. But I did one of the pictures I had on there. My kids were in the picture, so you knew what you were getting. Like if you swipe right, I got kids. So I don't even think it's a big deal. Honestly, like it's these days in our age range, it's normal for a person to have a kid, maybe
Right.
more.
We
But-
going through changes and we don't even
In
know.
our age, it's common. Somebody might be divorced by now. Like these are just things when you're in your 30s. These are things that are just kind of things that you can expect when dating people.
I think it's so. I'm gonna go next. I think it's specific. I think it's so not. I think it is situation specific, and by that I mean not hiding anything. But if I know you're probably gonna be a one and done, like we ain't even gotta go into all that, right? Because if we know what it is, so if I feel like you're gonna be rocking, you're gonna be around, I will say that. I'm like, okay, hey, I have a daughter, love my daughter, and go there. But if we just gonna why even get into all that, So I think that's when a person go ahead.
No, I have, you made like clear differentiations, but like initially, isn't the conversation pretty standard before? Like like when you first talk to
let's
somebody, you
discuss
don't necessarily
this.
approach it like this is gonna be a one and done, or do you approach it like, oh yeah, I know it's gonna be a one and done, so I'm not tripping. I thought like initially the conversation was for me. The conversation is kind of general, and based on how the conversation goes, that determines whether it's somebody that I would put energy into or somebody that like I just wouldn't be bothered with.
That you would put into a what?
Put energy into.
Oh,
Yeah.
No. So it's kind of different for me because, so like I said, it depends. It's situation is specific. If I'm out and I just meet you and I know this could be a quick, I mean, we ain't even talk about kids, right there at the, at the club or just boom, boom, bap, that might happen. So, you know what I mean? And I think that's but the way the question was posed was more so like if you're trying to talk to somebody, getting to know them. So, for pretty much there. I like to always ask people what are deal breakers, and then if they say that, then that's why I'll say, hey, boom. But like I said, it's situation specific because you always finding out stuff about that.
I like to let it if it comes up in a discussion, I like to let it just flow into it. Oh yes, I do, because I don't know if you're gonna be around anyways. Maybe you're not interested in me having kids.
Right. Because sometimes I can scare people off. Like they be like, oh, you got kids? I wanna, because I wanna come over at night and put my ankles in the air. If you got kids, I'm going to see Pastor Wilson. But
If you got, hold on.
no, I'm saying because if you got kids, you might not be available. She gonna go see Pastor Wilson because he was eating it like ain't nobody was in the next room.
Nobody was.
When
in
you
the
got
house
kids,
with
you
them.
gotta be quiet,
He
right?
wasn't
Like,
looking behind his
right,
back.
right.
He wasn't. No kids was in the house with Pastor Wilson. They had the night.
He had to worry
had
about
the night off.
He
Mommy,
went
can I have some
sideways.
cereal? That giant in the middle of the. Go downstairs and get it. She throw a shoe at the door.
But back to Pastor Wilson. He's 70 years old. He should know how to do that, right?
His whole beard was gray.
Yeah.
His
They
whole
gave it right
beard
back
How
was
to
much
gray.
pussy he done ate in his lifetime though? Like he know by now.
They went back to
he
Pastor
couldn't wait
Wilson.
to be put on to display his art.
So I tried to answer y'all question. Y'all see that? Y'all shot it out. Again, like we said, I think it's
No,
situation
that's a
specific.
reasonable question. I
Yeah.
am always forthcoming, and I think that people should just be forthcoming. And it would be weird if I was like talking to a guy and we like maybe a date or 3-4 conversations deep, and they hadn't mentioned their kid yet, and they have kids. That would just be weird to me. I feel like that's information that I think it's perfectly fine to just kind of share that information up front in general conversation. I think it's perfectly normal.
When they come out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's cool. It's I don't know. Like everybody different because in this age, people just
You had 3 kids and I ain't know about
right.
it.
Get it how
Right,
you
like,
live,
really?
right.
I couldn't believe you.
And I did hear that. I was talking to a shorty one time. She's like, "It's good that you talking about your daughter." I said, "Why?" She's like, "Cause guys be out here hiding their kids." Like,
Well, no, that's true.
yeah, like
They be hiding a whole lot more than just kids.
What else they be
Girlfriends,
hiding?
wives,
really
Cats.
whole situations.
the whole situations.
So it is nice when guys are forthcoming. That's real.
Okay.
Our pets, our certain pets, like a deal breaker for you.
Not pets, but you know this. Oh, I'm sorry.
I would say yeah. I have to say yeah. Go
really?
ahead,
What
dear.
pets are a
Go
deal
ahead.
breaker?
If you don't have proper maintenance of your pet, and your house smell like lumberjack leg,
Okay. So it's not the pet; it's how well
because
her
you could be
cleanliness.
nasty as hell. Like, oh my god!
It's
I
the
tell you,
cleanliness.
this is a real story. Shorty had a turtle, and her house smelled like
Turtle tank.
Ninja Turtle ass. Like, I'm not even trying. I was like, damn,
I don't
like
even know what turtle smells like.
It
Like
smell
I don't
like-
even know what that is.
it smell like cowabunga.
Like
It smell
pond.
it smell like behind the back tooth of
That too.
Leonardo and shit.
That is horrible.
And I was like, yo, and in real talk, it took her
Rotten
down a
cavity.
notch. I was like, yo, when I came to her house, cause she was throwing up little signs trying to not let me have it. But I went to her room, her bedroom smelled mad fucking foul, and I was like, yo, what is that smell? And I looked over there,
sheets.
she had a fucking turtle in her room. They asked what pets are deal breakers. So I don't think the turtle is a deal breaker, but
It's
if yo and then
cleanliness.
people who be having dogs, your house smell like dog. You don't know it because you live with them for years, but that shit.
You've
if you
got
don't have a
nose
dog and
blind.
you go to somebody's house who smell like dogs, like I don't want this shit in my clothes. You got cats and that shit shedding. So I don't know. That was just me. I got on.
You did. I know. That's why I let you.
So what was you
finish.
about to say?
No.
Animals,
Yeah.
like
I was like, go ahead and get it
Fuck
out.
out of here. That stink
Get it
ass shit.
out.
It scarred me. To this day, I see something green. Anyway, though. But
No, I was talking about guys hiding stuff. So I did, like, one time I met this guy outside of a bar, right? We exchanged numbers. And, like, the next day, we're talking and texting and asking general questions about each other. And so we're making plans to go out on a date. And so we made the plans to go out. And so finally he says, oh, by the way, I want you to know that I'm married. I just wanted you to be aware,
Fuck.
so you could
See, that's
so you could make a choice. Something like so you can. I didn't want to take
day
your
you
choice
going
away
out.
from you or something like that. I'm like, dude, we've been rapping all day, and now that we about to go out, now you want to mention that
Oh,
you're
he-
married? Why didn't you
he-
do
'cause
that?
he wanted
Like, you
to-
should have
yeah.
got my number, or when you did
what
that.
you go? Okay, now the $1 million question.
No, I did not go out with him.
so now next time you
No.
tell me earlier.
But no, like, he shouldn't have got my number.
Oh,
He shouldn't have got my number. And especially, it's always challenging with guys who don't wear wedding rings. Because it's like, it's one thing if you see the ring, then you can just govern yourself accordingly. But if they don't wear a ring, there's no tan line or anything there. My thought, and maybe I'm naive, is like, if you don't have a ring on your finger and no signs of a ring on your finger, then you're not married. And so I feel like if a guy should disclose that information. Because now there are plenty of women who are perfectly fine with dating married men, but for those of them who are not, don't put them in a situation, because women are crazy.
I heard some women that attracts them more, even if you do have a ring.
And wait, some women are about that life, but also some women are crazy. There are wives who know that their husbands are like that, and so they'll go off on the female, and she just walking around living her life thinking she's talking to a single dude the whole time. You got this psycho broad, waiting in the wings, and nobody signed up for that.
Crazy.
Let's go right on to entertainment. We was talking about this. I want to get this out the way real quick because we got so much hero. But the Japanese rapper went to Cleveland. I'm trying to find Bona Thug. First of all, it was a lady, right? It was a female.
It was a guy.
Oh, it was a guy. Why? It looked like it was a female in that picture. Go ahead,
Japanese
POJ.
Rapper. He
POJ on fire this
sold
week.
all his belongings. He sold all his belongings and went to Cleveland to visit East
True
East
story.
1999 to try to find the Bone Thugs and Harmony.
Did y'all hear about this?
And he
guy?
got robbed.
See, we bring out the stories y'all didn't hear. Go ahead though. He was
Asian
from
man.
Hong Kong, right? Or no, he was
He was
Asian.
from Japan. I
He's from
believe,
Japan.
Somewhere in Japan.
Japanese rapper went to Cleveland to try to find Bone Thugs,
Yeah.
and he got robbed. So you can see how that went down. First of all, the fact that you was Asian asking for Bone Thugs, somebody said, "Yeah, I'm gonna take you right to him.
Eat 1999.
I'm gonna take you right to him, bro. I got you.
Eat 1999.
Bona Thug, Bone Thug.
Yeah, he right up. Yeah, he right over here. Come on.
yeah, we got you.
Yeah, they right here.
I'm gonna take you right to him, bro. Lazy, that's my man.
Yeah,
Like,
go right in there. And
so
That's so ignorant on so many levels.
I wonder if
let
he
me
got
see if
home.
you got a watch. You got watch. You got an iPhone.
I'll see if he got home. But
That's fucked up.
that's I don't even know. That's crazy.
That's crazy, and it's very ignorant.
What?
First of all, like nowadays, you can follow someone on Instagram.
He had the CD too.
You
Like,
can
this-
follow someone on Instagram and find out what their next show is
he
going to be or
literally
something like
followed
that. So he could go and find, but to just randomly go to Cleveland and then just be looking for these niggas, like who does that?
How old was my man?
Right.
like,
First of all, that's a better question.
Like
But they said busy. He found out and busy put him in a hotel for a couple of days because he came here trying to like start a career, but he only bought a one-way ticket. He ain't have no way to
to
go.
get home.
He
He
said-
was
They do. I know. That's what
Not
I'm
that
saying.
late,
He
boo.
late.
Not that late.
Bone Thug.
Not that late.
East
Maybe-
1999
I
was
can
night.
see-
That's
I
20
can see
years.
if he was in like North Korea or some parts
2019.
of China, but in Japan is a free. I promise you,
That's how long it
Japan
took-
has moved. I mean, they might still like Bone Thugs,
That's
tryna
how long it
shoot
took
him
him
some
to
bail.
get over here.
but they know that they ain't been hot since the '90s. Like,
Right. The Sugar Hill Gang. Yo, he was trying to get on since 99. He was probably trying to get over here, and it took
how
him that
old
long.
was this rapper?
Man,
Y'all gotta stop this, man.
we got to.
How- does it say how old he was?
He was in his 30s. He was
Oh,
in his 30s.
bless
The
his
thing-
heart.
Yeah. So,
Oh, bless his
but
heart.
that's like want to visit Santa Claus and then you go get to him.
you
and
try to
rob
go
your
to the
ass.
North Pole.
That's fucked up.
Yo, she said, "Bless his heart."
Your
Bless
whole
his
life
little
beliefs.
Oh my goodness.
That's
Y'all need to stop.
just so sad.
You want, man.
There're just better ways to do it. He needs to take lessons from groupies. Groupies be finding niggas like nothing. He's just
You think he
Go
knew
to a
Taekwondo?
fan page. Go to one of these artists' fan page and find the one who comments the most. They know where the dudes are.
Right.
Just you need to. People need to know how to use their resources. That should be a whole class. Learn how to use your resources.
Damn.
Shout out to Scheme Team Japan.
Shout out.
Yo, we
Please
you know
don't.
this
Please
is
don't
not-
sell your
my
stuff and
Tokyo
come
shit
looking
on
for
there.
us.
Y'all come rock with us. We
Please don't
appreciate
sell
the
your
love.
stuff and come looking for the scheme team.
Yeah.
He's 1999.
We,
Well,
these
at least
just
you know
jokes,
where we're
y'all.
gonna
These
be
just
on
jokes.
Friday nights.
We showing
They
y'all
know
love.
one place
yeah.
to find us.
They come to the Scheme show. Come see us. We got love.
You're in
Check it out.
DC.
So in another entertainment story, it's kind of entertainment and appearance. We can go to appearance because how it appeared to be fucked up. I don't want to say I told you so, but this guy on this damn GQ cover, and I told y'all in season
Two
2,
fingers.
I told y'all what was happening. This effeminate ass push. See, don't play, Rhea. You
I
about to
know
get
what
up?
you
Oh,
did.
come on with me. Cause 2 fingers. I told y'all what it was gonna be when dude was at the Grammys in the damn dress. Now they trying to talk about some new masculinity. Pharrell on the cover. Get the fuck out of here. And I like Pharrell, but somebody gotta be able to tell you when enough is enough. Like, motherfuckers got on a damn.
Quilts.
You ain't see him in
A
a fucking
comforter.
comforter?
He had a first down on.
What? We could have had a picture. I don't even want to get that shit no light. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought about it, but no.
He
Y'all
had
can
a
go look
bubble-
it up for
he had a
yourself.
Wanna
bubble
see the
goose,
picture?
goose first down.
So listen,
We have-
I want to hear Rhea shooting bell because Rhea gonna say he's expressing himself. He, he's a. Here's my thing. This is all I have to say. Nothing against anybody, but just be who you are. When you came out, you were backpacker. You were nerd.
Here's the cover. It's a comforter. It's
So
a
it's
whole
like-
comforter.
You
Young as
didn't. You
young
didn't. You
thugs.
didn't come out with that. Now, why, as you get your millions and you do all that, why does this have to be the face
you
of
got
new
it.
masculinity?
But did
This
you-
is a
but you
campaign
didn't
by. We don't.
read the
This is a
article.
campaign by GQ. So first of all, let's call it what it is.
He got paid to
Somebody
do
in GQ with an agenda or was given this. Somebody in GQ was probably given this agenda to push. And like I said, this is an agenda they're pushing. Anything that represents manhood, like us, they want to come against. So you don't want to have proper pictures of manhood, of masculinity. You're trying to redefine it and all that. We're not with that. So
But you didn't read the
What is
article.
this?
I don't have to read it to know what it is.
In the article, it's talking more about his own spiritual growth as a person. It's talking about individuality and being comfortable in whatever lane that you choose to be in. And I don't think that that's a bad message.
in any shoes,
And
women
then
or men.
and I get the cover picture with the big comforter quilt coat thing. I
So
get
why
it.
put that on the cover?
Because it
Another
is-
picture of a man in a dress.
It's
yellow.
not a dress.
You
it's
can
a
have,
coat.
you can say everything you said. Have pants on. You can have a shirt and tie. GQ is a magazine that, as men, we, skinny tie, European, like that's what it's been on. Come on, stop
It's
it.
not
man.
a dress. It's a coat.
It's not. It's crazy, man. Like
I don't know what you're talking about. They did
that,
DMX worse than
they
this?
do everybody that. So, P, what you got? What you think about the? What you think about the? Him being in that. When, the first thoughts as a
But it's
man.
a coat.
I seen him. I thought about the same thing. Last season it was the other guy from the Grammy show.
Yeah.
Now it's this season is Pharrell. But the season before that it was Young Thug. So, I mean I don't know.
With
It's
purses
like
and blouse, all
somebody
that
gonna
shit.
be-
Why do we continue to see that, and why is that put at the forefront?
I don't
So
think-
here are two men saying, express yourself however you want to be. Here's my thing. This is what I want to say, and I'm done. Y'all can chop it up. But if you're gonna be on that weirdo shit, my man, one of the best lyricists ever. Shout out to Andre 3000. When he first came out, shoulder pads with Uggs. Before we was even doing that, rock the weirdo shit and all that. That's cool. That's you. Do you. Now he never. So listen, what I'm saying, because it's not original. If you originally come out like that, wait. Let me make my point. If you originally come out like that and you gay or whatever, none disrespect. We're not homophobes here. Elton John came out musically, Rocket Man. We know what he's doing. That's what your shit is, right? You came out backpack again, pants, all that. We know what it is. Pastor Cavassier, nerd, and all that. That's what it was. Now, why all of a sudden when you reach this level? You with this gay shit. Like,
First
that
of all,
wasn't,
wait, it's not, okay.
Andre 3000 was consistent, is what I'm saying. If you're going to be on a weirdo
Andre
dress
3000 is not gay.
He's not gay, of course.
But Pharrell, it's a coat.
Andre 3000 never had a dress on.
It is a coat. It's not a dress. And there are kings who used to have those big, thick coats when they had pictures.
See how she tried to
I'm not, but that's true.
Why is this being pushed to the forefront now?
But it's true.
Did you see the man in the Grammys with the dress on?
Men wearing skirts is not a new thing, and men
in
wear.
America?
It maybe not in America, no, but men wearing
Exactly.
skirts is not. It's much more European thing, just like the man
Yeah.
bags
Right.
and stuff like that,
But-
where it's not gay. It's an Americanized thing to look at it because everything has to like put you in a box, but. Your masculinity is not defined in the same way here
Absolutely.
in the U.S. as it is
That's
in
the
European
point.
countries.
So let's talk about that. Again, wear whatever you want to wear, but don't call this. That's what I took issue with. To call it the new masculinity. This is not. Who said that? Who signed off on this? No men that I know rock with that. So you can rock that for real, but don't be on GQ and say the new face of masculinity. Don't try to rebrand shit. It's not. Get the fuck out of here with that. I will say the same point and maintain the same stance that as I did before when you had the guy with the dress in the Grammys. We not rocking with that. And men was saying it. Salute. Thank you all for rocking. Yo, we're not.
Billy
Who's
Porter
signing
is
off
a
on
gay
that?
man who chooses to wear dresses.
Right, and who we don't, and he's not the new face of masculinity. So do you believe that, Pharrell, let's ask Rhea, do you believe that is the new face of masculinity?
So first of all, it didn't say, it said a new masculinity. It was more about the conversation about
It
masculinity.
said the new masculinity.
It's not, but
They put the image out.
because you're looking at a picture and you're not listening to any part of the
Let's
dialogue.
go to Media
and that's the
Relations
problem.
101.
The
No.
conversation
When you put a title and a picture together,
Misleading.
they go
it's the
together.
title of an
Misleading
article that
title.
they want you to read.
No, it wasn't an article. It was the cover. There's a difference between an article and a cover. Wait.
But
Come
it
on,
was
bro. I went to school
introducing
for this.
the interview
You're putting this guy on the cover, and you're saying the new masculinity, this image with it. You're branding and calling it that. We're saying that that's not it. So that's what we're discussing.
But if you listen to the discussion is not what you're saying that it is.
We talking about the cover. The cover is
I
going to
know
make
what
real
we're
men not
talking
even want to
about.
look at this shit. This
First of all,
bullshit.
he's in a coat and he's not a dress. Like, we still got to get that. And that's more, I do think it was more of a
Bell,
tribute.
bell.
I do think it was more of a tribute to, like, kings of like, European kings from many years ago and how they were dressed.
Everything there was
I do
feminine.
think it was more of a tribute to that
Was
than...
that what it said in the article? It was about that?
So in the when you're doing the interview, they're just talking about his individual growth as an artist, and it talks about how he started and how when he came out, he was like the skateboard kid. He really didn't fit into the typical what guys
The
were
skateboard
typically
queen.
doing, right? When he came out,
That's
and
what I'm
so
talking
how
about.
he just grew comfortable with his own lane, and so that's what the interview was talking about, not. Hey, let's wear purses.
But we
and
never
dresses.
seen his. We didn't say that. We never seen his lane become his. That's what I'm saying. To come put that on the cover of all the images that Pharrell had over 30 years plus years of music. 30 plus years of music. You don't have to use that when you're on GQ. But we know that there's an agenda with that, and so let's talk about that. I'm talking more so about the agenda.
Shoes from Chanel,
Yeah,
but I mean, that's like I think that's part of his marketing.
Mm-hmm.
It's all together. It's all together.
It's coming from the machine, coming from
right,
top
'cause
down.
Chanel and GQ, they seem like they together.
Mm-hmm.
So they like, yeah, you put this shit on and go out there and sell
The
your
gay
shoes.
shit, right? You gotta be effeminate. Same way they try to make people get in dress. Dave Chappelle didn't do it, but Martin, Shanae, Wanda, Jamie Foxx, Tyler Perry, all that. We know what this is, man. So we can't be afraid to talk about it and call it out. Again, I like Pharrell's
when
music.
Black men do it.
Not black men, all men do it. But if you're gonna be a part of the when you try not to do it, look at Dave Chappelle. We see what happens.
He's
It's only
still
certain
making
people.
millions of dollars.
Of course, but he had to go away and take the hiatus
He
and do all
walked
that.
away from comedy. He walked away
Yeah.
from a Comedy Central deal
Because
not
they did him dirty. They tried to
not
do him
because,
dirty.
but that wasn't about him wearing a
Truman
dress.
Show
That was
shit.
about different things with his
Oh
contract.
no, but they tried to put him in a dress. Did you see the interview when he talked about that?
Yeah, I mean, I understand it, but you're conflating the issues again.
It's not actually no, it's not. It's
Yeah.
all if you get to a certain stance in media in entertainment, they try to put you in that
Now
emasculate.
wear this thong.
Yeah, as a black man, not a lot of
It's
white men
fucked
have
up.
to do that, and other races.
Is
But as
is that the case that white men don't?
I don't say that's the
run with
case
the
for
same
every
thing?
white man, but I'm saying if you're a black man and you get to a certain level, you're gonna be asked to do that. That's just part of it. Some people play, some people don't.
Okay.
They said Cap didn't play, and we see what happened to Cap. They said Kevin did, and Kevin's, not saying that these guys are not talented. Everybody we're naming is talented. That's not taking away from their
So,
talent. But to take that jump,
Cat's downfall was not wanting to wear a dress.
Cat
That's what we're gonna say.
Cat stood up against the beast. I'm not
Okay.
going to talk about his downfall, but I'm saying people stand up against it, and you see
Cat
what
Williams
happens.
and that he built from the hood, so he ain't really in that corporate type.
Some
You
people
know,
ain't
you
with
gotta
that
be
shit.
like,
I mean, right.
really watch
But-
what you say. He don't.
Because you
get it.
can't say no.
Cat Williams might not
Let's
wear a
discuss
dress,
that.
but
You
even-
can't say no. Like if that's not what you with and what you rock with, you can say no. But you just gotta suffer the consequences, right? Of that. So, I mean, I just believe like
I mean, but Cat Williams got perms and came out with like curls and stuff
that's
like that.
pimp shit though. Perms is like
Oh, it's
no.
okay because it's okay because it's pimp stuff.
No.
Because he's
I
a pimp.
never said that. I
You
said
just said that's pimp shit though. That's literally
Straight
what
hair.
you just said.
you don't get manicures. You never got a manicure. That's health, right? Fashion and health is two different things.
You never got your nails glossed, my G.
Hold on. You have long hair. Somebody would call that long hair, like right?
But we
Long
talking
hair.
about perms
Wait.
and curls.
Let's talk about. Let's discuss
and that's
this.
okay because he's a pimp.
PLJ, you talk about you had a perm, right?
I ain't had no perm. I went and got my hair washed, and she put the Dominican set in my joint. And I ain't want that.
We got
I ain't
that.
asked for all that.
We got that picture.
I
This
just
is
wanted
a true
a shampoo.
story.
I just wanted a shampoo because I was looking like Michael Jackson when we was done. But I ain't asked for that.
So, I mean, we could talk about this for days. That's why you have Rhea on the panel. She knows she going to, it got a little heat. For anybody watching, make sure you check out, I think that was season 2, episode 7, Trading Places. Season 2, episode 7, Trading Places. We talked about this whole discussion. In detail. We're in the barbershop, the red couch.
Oh yeah,
Check
that
us
was
out.
a fun conversation.
Yeah,
when
we were
talked
talking
about Billy
so,
Porter.
and that's what I'm saying was 3 minutes ago she got his name and everything, and then you got an update from his career is taking off.
Yeah, he got so he just came off of the series Pose, right? And that's been a really good
Follow
series.
him.
So no, I saw it. He's gonna play the Cinderella's fairy godmother in the upcoming.
He got took it all. Yeah,
Cinderella.
I know you went to school with you. He the minister of music at Pastor Wilson Church. Then we know and all that. Like he
Dumb.
Pastor
You
Wilson.
are so dumb for saying that.
yeah, stop it, man. But
I
see,
mean-
see how his career take off after he did that. They put him in front and all that. And I got my little 7-year-old cousin, like I said, which I'll maintain again. I just don't like that they confusing, our little boys, man. People who don't know, like they making it seem like that shit is okay, and anything that, and not only that, it's anything that goes against it, like higher hits in football or all that, anything that's manhood or like they trying to take that shit away from us. So it's like, oh no, you kind of like don't make. It's like you trying to make motherfuckers these soy boys. That's the culture now. Word, he laughing. Y'all know what it is. This soy milk and these lattes and shit. All this shit go together, man. Like, cause soy produces estrogen.
I know.
And
this.
yeah, everybody's on their latte. I'll have a latte and all that shit. And oh my goodness, man.
Yeah, you clearly feel very strongly about your perspective.
Manhood. Let's go to. Did we go to appearance? We talked enough about appearance. Let's go to manhood. Let's get another one. Manhood.
Manhood like Pastor Wilson.
See, hashtag Pastor Wilson. His name gonna be trending there.
Pastor Wilson.
I just want to know what the church gonna look like on Sunday. On Sunday
It's gonna be
morning
packed.
before
Ain't
he
gonna be a
preach. I
seat.
just want to know what.
I want to hear
his.
his
You know how
word.
the
If
line.
you go to Pastor Williams' church,
Williams.
please just take a
Go
picture
live.
of the congregation on Sunday and send it to us. I just want to see what the congregation.
I just want to see.
and I
his-
want to know what his sermon's gonna
No,
be.
there was a
I want
lot
to see is he gonna
happened
stand
last
in there,
week.
after they preach in the line.
talking
It'd be
about.
like, if you want to talk
talk
to
to
the
the
pastor,
I
I'll
wanna
be
see
right
how
down
that line
there at the
gonna
end
be.
of the service.
They're gonna have baked macaroni and cheese for him and everything. He's about to have a whole
Yeah.
line.
I just want to see what how many folks gonna be up in the building.
I wonder if his lady who was there gonna be there.
I hope it was his wife.
They
I
said
really
he be
do.
buying vape oils and be smoking them in the back
What?
before he go out on his.
What? I just do. I want to see
Before
what
he go
Sunday
back
morning
out
gonna
here.
look like, cause it could be great. I really do think that he can capitalize on this if that was his wife. If it wasn't his wife, then good luck, Pastor Wilson. I don't know what else to say. Good luck.
We should go to his church, y'all.
That
Y'all wanna
young
go down
We
lady.
there?
gotta find out. It's probably the second Baptist
Hey,
church.
send us the
or something.
name
It ain't
of-
the first
it
Baptist.
ain't the- it's the
the
second.
second
But no, the
Baptist.
girl who put it on there is still going to church.
Is there a real Second Baptist?
There are real Second Baptists. I've seen the Second Baptist church before.
She's still going
For
to
real?
church.
Dead serious, yeah.
The members are mad at her, and she's still going to church, and they gonna want to fight her Sunday. They said if she come up there Sunday,
How they know who she is? All you
'Cause
saw
she-
was her vagina.
no, she posted. It's a picture of her.
Oh,
There's
it's a
of the
picture of
girl.
her too?
They got a picture of the girl.
I thought it was just. I
So-
mean, if you
How
can
she look?
identify
How she
somebody
look?
by
Was she
Big
that,
girl. She a big girl.
But how she look though?
She had glasses
you be-
on. I don't know, man.
she must not look.
good.
All he said was she had glasses.
She a
on.
girl. He tried to move
What kind of
past.
description is that?
She's a
How she
girl.
look?
Yeah.
She had glasses.
She had glasses on.
But that's a church. You going to church to get the word, and she going to church and got to watch her back
Well,
because
she got a lot of
beef.
words.
Well, yeah, a lot of words and tongues, but
She
she
got
got
a
to
lot
watch
of
her
words.
back to be fighting in a pew aisle while you by the ushers.
I mean, why they hating on her? She was just receiving.
All y'all gotta do-
There she go right there. She coming in.
Because she played
was
it right.
receiving.
She put her name on a sick and shut in list. She was sick and shut in, and then
he
he
tried
came
to help
right.
heal her.
He came over there and laid
House visit.
laid
Came
hands.
to lay hands and
So
other
all,
body
all
parts.
y'all that's trying to get on the sick and shut in list now, and y'all gonna get that deacon.
Requesting
blind-
special prayer from
y'all
the
can get the
pastor.
blind deacon. He like, I could do it
A
too.
dicka.
They said
We're
he ate
not
her.
going back to
They
this.
said
He ate her
Ditka.
with
They,
one
yo, they
shoe
was
on.
mad. They said, "What was y'all saying?" Ditka, guys, it's Ditka. So
He had one shoe
Skin
while he was
team.
eating her. One alligator shoe was on. One alligator shoe. One his suspenders was out. One.
see,
like he
you
was-
gotta be part of the family. Thanks again. Shout out to everybody who listens, and subscribe, because y'all follow us and y'all know what the hell. They be like, it be all over the place. Y'all know this is what we do.
You appreciate us.
Scheme Team
Thank you.
France, Scheme Team Columbia, Scheme Team Pastor Wilson's Scheme Team. If you was already rocking with the
Right.
Scheme Team,
Texas,
you see
wasn't
us
that
talk
Texas?
about, we got y'all whole show, Pastor Wilson. That was Texas, was it? It looked like it was
I
somewhere
think we
down
gonna have
south.
Pastor Wilkins
know.
on.
You gonna be a special
Wilson.
guest?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I
That'll
can
be
teach you a
our
lot.
Scheme Team After Dark
Oh,
featuring
He gonna be booked.
Pastor Wilson.
He gonna get booked, yo. We should book
Pastor
him.
Wilson. Come on, talk about it, Pastor.
Well, I usually don't, but
He's looked like he laughed like
He can't officiate no weddings because they gonna be like, everybody, all
The
eyes
wife
will be on
gonna be
him.
looking like,
Listen,
lose a tooth.
like
in
I
that
think I need
pussy.
some counseling before I say I do.
Pastor Wilson.
He
Can you
lost
just
a
talk to
tooth
me
up
for a
in that
second?
mug.
I could be a pastor too now.
my
see,
tooth down
Oh
there.
Lord,
You see my
Listen.
tooth?
I cannot.
He said
Why,
it-
oh Lord,
Cause you don't need to be nobody's pastor.
why not?
Cause you don't.
How you know I could do what he did?
You can do lots of things. I believe you can do all things to God who strengthens you.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean you need to be a pastor.
He used to suck the
I can
tooth out
serve
of
the
her pussy.
people,
Yeah, okay.
protect and serve. I'm a manservant.
He said gold tooth came
You're a
out.
man.
You'll come to my church, will you? We'll be coming to my church. We'll be sitting on the first
They be
pew.
fighting. I was here first.
You wanna be in my church, will you?
So what else we talking about?
I ran there watching.
What else are we talking about?
Benediction.
I'm
You say
starting.
benediction?
She bend my diction.
I'm talking.
Y'all need to go. Y'all need Jesus for real. Y'all need to
I'm
go
starting
to
a
church,
church,
on Sunday.
y'all. Who coming to my church? Get in the comments if y'all coming to our church. Rio gonna be singing solos.
Really?
Sing
How you put me in
solo.
church?
Cause you gonna come. You gotta be there. This is church. We about to do it.
She said
Scheme
sing
Team
solo
Church.
like
Yes.
Pastor
We
Wilson.
got a
Scheme
lot of
Team
events coming up.
Sundays.
Scheme Sundays. Then we gonna have our potluck after. Oh, we still having our potluck. What you making, yo? What are
Right.
you making for
Are
the
we
food?
having the
Yes, we
potluck?
are. Probably gonna do it in the next 2 weeks.
You're bringing salmon,
I'm
remember?
bringing
salmon.
I was gonna bring tuna casserole.
No, you're not gonna bring
He don't know
tuna
how to make
casserole.
that. What are you gonna bring for
You
real?
know, I was
Think
on
he gonna
YouTube.
bring the utensils? and
These
the
you
plate?
bringing something? These he said he could.
I told you the
You from
soda.
Chicago, right? Can't you
All
cook?
3 liters.
What
What
you
you
make?
bringing,
These
D's?
some
Spaghetti
spaghetti.
and what?
He said
Ooh,
some-
fried
I
fish.
thought
I
he said
support
some.
that.
Because we gotta get our menu together.
I thought he said
Spaghetti.
spaghetti and some French fries.
He said
These are spaghetti
he
and
said
fried
fish
fish.
and spaghetti.
Which don't, I mean, it's not a, I don't think he intended it to
That's
be a
the G-dub.
combination. He was just
Fish and
offering
spaghetti.
things that he could make. You eat cat? Oh, you eat? Oh, where are you? Are you from Chicago?
But we do fried chicken and spaghetti.
So y'all eat spaghetti as a side?
It could go with a meal.
Yeah, spaghetti and chicken.
Spaghetti and fried chicken
No,
wings.
there's some people
What?
who like spaghetti is considered a side.
You crazy?
Yeah, it was a
Never
whole conversation. It was-
I don't know if
leave
it's a
in the
side.
comments.
It's
I know, and it was some people like I think they're not from here. They're from like Chicago, where spaghetti is a side dish, like our macaroni and cheese and collard greens. They'll have spaghetti
Yeah,
as
spaghetti
a
and
side.
You have spaghetti. Does it have meat in it though, or is it just
I
noodles?
don't know because I don't. I think spaghetti is a meal,
Of
not
course.
a side. I just know that people do.
We on that ground
consider
turkey
spaghetti
now though,
as a
D's.
side.
But yeah, I'm saying. Yeah, but if it goes as a
I
side,
mean, if you want to bring both, bring both. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, go ahead. Well, I'm saying if you're making it as a side, I'm trying to ask Rhea, do they have the meat in it?
Yeah,
still?
well, I don't know. I assume they have the meat in it, but they still have meat. They still have,
You know what's big too on spaghetti? What kind of pasta you use? Do you use the thick or the thin? Use the angel hair?
He said
Do you
use spaghetti.
Do you use wheat? Do you use wheat pasta? We on that? Do you use because you use noodles? There's so many different variations.
We can figure out the details after the show.
So D's down for spaghetti.
These is spaghetti.
Rhea making cake and what else?
What else you want?
Okay, I want you to be my.
I bring the cornbread.
On my deaconess.
You want
on
me to
my
be a
elder
deaconess?
board. No.
A
I want you to
trustee?
be- yeah, I
A
want you to-
trustee?
You gotta have 3 positions. You gotta be trustee. You gotta be solo leader. You gonna have. We'll talk about it. We get together. What are you bringing to the potluck?
Cornbread muffin.
He's bringing the
I'm
plastic
bringing.
and
No,
the plates.
he always.
and the napkins.
I refuse, yo. No, he always brings that. He always get out of shit. Don't let him off the hook. No, sodas and all that. Look, he always all that silly shit. Play
Cornbread.
around and come up late. No, he making something. So we
Okay.
gonna figure that out. I'm doing the honey. Oh, I just did another pineapple glazed salmon last week. I saw to another variation. It was good. It was good, wasn't it? Sure, I made it. She tasted.
Not
She
sure.
knows.
He did a little
But,
killing when
She
he-
watching right now.
She watching? No, I did a little thing with the. I ain't gonna give. Come on, me give y'all a little bit. It's honey. Then I put a little pineapple in there.
Then they put
I'm
a
gonna do.
little
You want the
spits of
jerk chicken too? I'm gonna do the jerk chicken.
Okay.
His.
That was all him.
I'm gonna do. What was it? I'm gonna do the. Yep. We need some sides or something, Rhea.
Okay.
Side
Can you,
of
I
it.
don't know. Everybody said they can make mac and cheese, but it don't be hitting like.
potato salad.
No. What we want Rhea to make, James?
Rhea, what
Greens?
Can you
Can you get some greens?
Spinach.
Is your greens good?
How
Yes,
about
my
spinach?
greens are good.
What kind?
Corn,
You want collard greens?
Or
I can make
do you
collard
ever do
greens.
like
Corn on
you
the
do
cob,
terms
white
of
kernel?
mustards and all that? I need some greens. I need the cake, and we need something else.
Greens,
And then
cake,
surprises.
and a surprise.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it gotta be like a chicken something surprise. You know what I mean?
A
like,
chicken something surprise.
Chicken
like
dumplings.
baked. Yeah, like chicken dumplings would be good. I want something like that
Don't think
most people can't cook. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But you can cook, but it's good. Don't be trying to try nothing out. Like no first time recipe. No, for real. Because sometimes when people could cook, they're like, you think I
Okay.
make is good? Hey, I can YouTube it.
Okay.
All right, y'all. And then we gonna eat this food here on y'all live, and then we're gonna give y'all some real feedback. And then
we gonna eat it like
Pastor Wilson. Yes, sir.
that's
Why
gonna be
you
for
guys
dessert.
say it like that?
Pastor Wilson.
that's like he talked like
That's why his throat so
he like
graspy.
did
So,
it,
so,
man.
so,
That's how he
so-
looked like he talked.
Listen, Pastor Wilson.
Like he
Well,
burping
you did a good job.
She blew a kiss to Pastor Wilson. We got that
Who
on
did?
tape. You just did.
No, I didn't.
I
I,
think you
didn't.
said
Would you
Pastor
let-
No,
Wilson.
I was just.
Didn't you
I
do that?
wasn't blowing a kiss.
Honestly, would
I
you
did a
let
good
Pastor
job.
Wilson
What'd you do?
surface you?
I just
you
did
do?
like this. It wasn't a kiss. I didn't blow him
That's
a
a
kiss.
real. That's a real.
Would
question.
you let Pastor
No, it's
Wilson blow you a
not.
kiss?
I'm sorry, what?
Would you let Pastor Wilson blow you a kiss?
No,
He said
because I'm gonna
Truthfully.
assume, I'm gonna believe that Pastor Wilson is married, and so he needs to stay in his lane.
Pastor Wilson smell like Old Spice
ain't married.
and
Dracar, isn't that what it was called? Dracar,
I don't know,
that old school fragrance.
Jupe.
Jupe smelled bomb. They used to my fragrance back in the day. Oh
That's how
my
you know they have
god,
her.
Jupe smelled amazing on guys.
He said Tussie.
Not Tussie.
Damn, Tussie
the
and
hair-
Jupe. That
hair-
ain't. That is so much for car.
Tussie was
hair
deodorant,
Hey,
right?
yo,
With the
got-
hair stuck to the
we
road.
gotta get out of here. We gonna keep watching. Hey, look, thank you for
Yeah,
checking
we're
us.
going too far.
Make sure y'all
Let's
hit the
just end it.
subscribe button. Check us out. It's been Scheme Team. Have a great week. We're gonna see y'all next week. Tussie and
I can't. We're done. We gotta go.
Good break. No break. Yes, y'all boys